right now? It says excellent. Am I live? I'm live. I gotta hit that good live button. For some of you guys that know, I did the whole intro, said everything that I was gonna say. Hopefully you heard it. But that's right. Talking shit, getting clicks. We episodes. We are live. And tonight our show is going to consist of finding out who in the hell else got diddied. What you cheering for? That's a rim shot. Yeah, pun intended. What's good, everybody? Tonight we're finding out what evidence did the feds find during the raid in Miami and LA. Plus, I got a new segment for you guys. It's a C.A.M.E.L segment. We're going to discuss MK Ultra and more. You know, a little Francis Scott Key Bridge and the digital streets are talking. Amongst other things, let me bring it up. I'm gonna give you a little theme music because I gave it to you earlier, but I don't think I hit the live button. And that's enough. That's enough of that. Give myself applause. And what else I'm going to do is let you guys know I got a call on line 313-825-5557. I'm gonna drop. Next time you see that, you're gonna be able to call in. You can call in now. Actually, listen to the show on your phone if you like to do that kind of thing. But I would prefer, and you would probably have the best video experience if you just like went to your phone and you hit there's like a little cast button, and if your TV's smart enough, they'll cast it straight to your TV. You can see me in 4K, 8K, whatever Ks you got. You're gonna see me. Ain't that right? Give me a drum solo. What are we gonna get into? How insanely unpolite am I? Hit horns. Yo, let me tell you what. I'm gonna just take you to this is what I got on my main monitor right now, because this is what I'll be watching on Thursdays around 6:30-ish. Sometimes I'll be late in there. But they be acting a fool. This had me rolling. Y'all had me rolling. Storm and Wreck. It was ladies' night tonight on the show. Check them out. I wish like this screen wasn't right here so you can see the background, because they got a cool ass background, but that was just a little bit of magic on their show earlier tonight. They did this little segment when they were just talking about terrible American national anthems that were performed. They had a little girl on there, and she got ate up.
Emotionally and mentally, this is the lowest I've been so far.
Yeah, but Carl Lewis takes the cake. He ran from the high note. F him.
First of all, listen. Don't argue. You know what?
I think so too. What we gonna talk about tonight? Oh yeah. I already told you. Where's my live chat? I don't have nothing. Oh, there we go. Flago, Tormenta, Ramid, Mainline. What's good? What you guys getting into this evening? I have no idea. What am I doing? That's right. I'm doing me. Yo, did you guys talk about Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, the big three? No, maybe. Are we leaving that out of there? Are we leaving it out of there? All right. I may have some rules because in the past weeks things have gotten out of hand, and I feel like it's my fault. It's my fault. But yeah, it's definitely my fault. So we got some rules, all right? And these are the rules. I'm gonna present some stories to you guys, right? I'm gonna present some stories, right? And then I'm gonna set some time aside for you guys to chime in via chat. It's chat. You're typing fingers. Chime in as much as you want, but I'll pay attention to the chat specifically at different times, even though you know my eyes are going to be wandering over there anyway. Still, we do have a phone line. That's what I prefer. I want to hear your voice. Be bold. Call that 313-825-5557. And then we're going to talk some big shit, explore our main topic. Then we'll set some time aside to react to that. And then next, I blocked out time, you know, to talk my shit at the end. That's how we'll do it. I'm not trying to keep you here for 3 hours. You know how that happens. I know you guys got lives to live. But yo, while you are up in here, do me a favor, throw me a like, share, subscribe if you haven't, and tell a friend and tell a friend. And that's how we gonna win. Yeah. So I also have some questions for you guys that I've just been thinking about. Let me see if I can start a little bit of Q&A, all right? So I have some questions, and this is my first question to you. Let's see how this works. I'm gonna do a Q&A. I'm gonna throw it in the chat, and boom. Did it come up? Did it come up? Did it come up? Did you guys get anything in the chat? Let me big this up. No? Maybe I gotta go to the channel. Let me go to the channel. Go live. Let's check me checking me out. Oh, there it is. Guys, in the top of the chat, I have pinned a question. Let me know. And I will end that Q&A. It's something I'm trying out here because I did a poll once in an old show and we were polling. All right, so let's start with it. Let's get it on. All right, so what do I want to talk about first? Are we going to go to Diddy? Take that, take that, take that. That's right. The feds have gathered. They have gathered. Turn that just down just a little bit more. Lola Bunny. Word. All right, so the question I asked in the chat, I asked it in the chat is, hold on, let me take it over there. Bring that screen up. I'll big screen it. Do I have a big screen in here? Maybe. Damn, I don't know where it's gonna pop up. All right, you see it. Have you ever had a crush on a cartoon character? Ramid says Lola Bunny, and I know who that is. But for you guys who don't know who Lola Bunny is, Ramid had a crush on Word. I mean, am I the only one? Hold on, let me take my search. This is mine. This is mine. I'm gonna ask questions, gotta answer it. Like, I'm sorry, but this is mine right here. Jessica Rabbit was always my boo. After a while, my first boo was really though. Y'all wanna see? I love Shatara from Thundercats. Let the children sing for Shatara.
That shit, yo, bro, think about what you just discovered.
It's craziness. Let's turn that off. Yep, Shatara was my one. Anybody else out there? Anybody else out there? I'll keep these questions moving. Check the chat for them. And we'll come back to that. We will come back to that. We'll definitely come back to that. On a Diddy. So Diddy's been in some shit. All right. You guys should just understand that Diddy has definitely been in some things. Seriously. On some shit. Oh, that's amazing. Very amazing. Oh, okay, so as you guys know, a couple days ago, Sean Diddy Combs had both houses raided in Miami and in LA. The feds showed up in force, armored vehicles, full battle rattle, going into the doors. We saw overhead cam views of King Combs, Justin Combs, and another unnamed man, I think it was another one of Diddy's children, getting the handcuffs slapped on them. I don't know. Right? So nobody was arrested, but people did, have to produce this evidence. Now, what Diddy did give that may have some valuable information is the phone. Now, we've been speculating that, listen, he's a billionaire, like certified billionaire. In these cases, it is not uncalled for or not ever been heard of for someone to get Kato, what's good? Like, it's not unheard of for them to get a little inside information and be able to get rid of evidence before the feds come. But in this case, we don't think that has absolutely positively happened because of just the nature of the raid. Just the nature, and from all those pictures of Diddy just looking befuckled out there in those streets, right? So that's what's going on in those parts. Give me a second. I'm going to bring up some more stuff. That's right. We got a question for the chat going on. If you ever had a crush on a cartoon character, let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. All right, so Uncle Luke did a video.
Celebrity who is?
I didn't even get to go all the way through it.
Have another bout.
But hold on, let's hear some stuff.
We start brainstorming more. Wanted to have somebody from Atlanta involved in it, and so we hit up JD to have him be an executive producer.
This is Uncle Luke. This is Uncle Luke Skywalker.
Why not? If it was done the right way, yeah, we'll negotiate,
Right.
through people, but I don't want checks like that.
I don't know. Let's come back to that. And then we have Brendan Paul, who was arrested. This is one of Diddy's guys. Now, if you guys don't know about Brendan Paul is a former Syracuse University effing guard, right? He played basketball. Somehow he ended up meeting with Diddy. He's an associate of Diddy. And it seems like he's the one who carries the drugs, the money, and the guns for Dids. So he has been captured by the feds, and everybody's wondering if he's gonna flip, if he's not gonna flip. But yo, look at that mug. Look at that mug shot. He went from this to this. He went from setting pics to literally setting pics for Diddy.
What's up, people? Here we are back in the talking shit, getting clicks.
He's not lying. We definitely are back into the talking shit, getting clicks. How am I sounding, guys? Pretty damn good. Why did my you know what stopped running? Here we go. That's what stopped running. Where's my pop out chat? Gotta talk to the chat. I must talk to the chat. Whatever, somewhere around here. All right. So, yep, that's Paul. Paul got it. We had some Mace saying some stuff here. Let's play it back.
Killer, I'm doing good, man. Reparations is getting closer and closer. I'll be sure to give you your percentage.
I ain't got nothing to do with that money. That's all yours, man.
Yo, I think I'm gonna clip that. Oh, why did I hit the hated it? Why did I? Help me out, Jumpout Boys.
The Jumpout Boys in their city.
Help me out. So yeah. Let me get a second. Ow. That's not what we want. That makes sense. I got a new pop-out chat. Let me pop that in there. Let's go over here. Got Diddy. Please don't take the out my song. Oh, Chun-Li. Now I can see the chat now. Very nice. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit that button. Why do I always do that? Why do I always do that? That's why. Now on the draft board, Chun-Li from Street Fighter, Lola Bunny from Space Jam, Harley Quinn from Batman, right? Female fighters on PlayStation. Oh my God. Damn it, Dickie. Let me find out this whole time we was playing Tekken so you could. That's sick. That is sick. It is something. It is something. Sweet Polly Purebred on Underdog. I have to Google that because that's out of my age range. But let's do it. Damn it. She got that's a Polly Purebred. Sweet Polly Purebred. Damn. This was main lines. Mainline, I don't understand. She got a big head. Oh, I see. You see, she got that triangle right there. Dirty Dogs. Yes, I don't remember the fighters' names from Tekken. I got you, flashback. I got you. Female fighters, female Tekken fighters. When I put female in there, I feel like a robot. I'm not gonna lie. I like to call them the babes, women, all of these types of different things. But let me see. There's that Chun-Li. There's that Chun-Li. That's from Street Fighter. So you guys know. But where's the ladies of Tekken? Katsumi? Is that Katsumi? Nina? Are you a Nina fan? Insane. I like it. Let's check the chat. Where's my... I lose it all the time. It's like, why? Why do even when I step foot in this place? I'm dangerous. All right, that's not it. All right, that's YouTube Studio. Cool. This is this. That's cool. Let me get my chat back. Give me my chat. All right, here we are. It was Polly's voice. Now we gotta hear Polly's voice. Damn, Polly Purebred. Like, oh man, Polly Purebred was blonde. She had a great tan, and her name was Purebred. I'm just saying. And sweet Polly.
It seems that all is lost. Oh, where is our hero? Where, oh, where has my underdog gone? Oh, where has he gone?
With my ultrasonic ears, I hear a cry for help.
Somebody sent me something on my phone and said that I hog-tied her. I don't know how to hog-tie people. What would I hog-tie?
Why would I hog-tie her? That's insane. Winifred Hatcher says her cartoon crush is Mr. Peabody. Oh my God. Word. Y'all are funny. That's hilarious. All right. Yep. Question on the board is, have you ever had a crush on a cartoon character? Let's hear them. Let's hear them. Let's hear them. Before I end this chat. I'm going to end this chat soon. No, I'm not. So insane. Yo, so they got Diddy's phones. They got Diddy's phones. And you guys may have to call in and tell me who else could be in Diddy's messages. And also, there is an audio clip that is supposedly supposed to be Sean Combs with one Meek Mills, and they're having rough, animated sex.
Somebody sent me something on my phone and said that I hog-tied her.
I saw it on X,
I don't hog-tie people.
and
What would I?
it is graphic. It is graphic. I don't know why I click on such things, because it was crazy graphic. But has anybody heard the audio of Meek Mill and Puff Daddy? Anybody? Anybody? Smurfette? Oh yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. Smurfette. Yeah, Smurfette was... I can't even be mad. I can't be mad. Smurfette was... She was... But wasn't... Wasn't she made by from a... How was Smurfette made? I think there's some controversy there. Smurfette's origin. See, Smurfette was magically created from clay by the Smurfs' enemy, Gargamel. Y'all remember Gargamel? So that she would use her charms to cause jealousy and competition among the Smurfs. He leaves her in the forest, and Hefty Smurf takes her to the Smurf village, where she is given her own house. Gargamel.
You're literally acting like an op. As if I...
Yo, didn't Gargamel have like an animal with him? Was it a cat? Gargamel. See, now you got me going to the rabbit hole. Azrael. Gargamel and Azrael. Bro, we was looking at devil cartoons back in the day. Man. That's what we were doing back in the day. We just... Everybody was like, oh, no Dungeons and Dragons. Kids are killing each other in the woods and lighting fires and shit. But we should have been worried about them Smurfs. Honestly, we should have been worried about the Smurfs. We should have. We should have been worried about the Smurfs. We really should have been worried about those Smurfs. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so oh man, yo, this is the thing about the Diddy case to me. All right, I've been working around this in my head. All right, so we saw the paperwork from Cassie, the court documents. I got that. If anybody needs that, hit me up and I'll shoot them to you. Shoot them to you and everything like that. Right, Azrael. I'll shoot those to you. So we know that Cassie had a thing. We know that Little Rod had a thing. Let me give you pics. I know we like the pick daughters. I got a Cassie. There's a Cassie. So we know Cassie met up with Diddy when she was 19, got introduced to these freak-offs, was abused, was severely violated, tried to go for a settlement. Diddy was like, nah, you're not getting none of these money. Take that, because I'm going to keep it all. She exposed some stuff about Diddy in November of 2023. A day later, Diddy came to with basically double her money. And then from there, we got more lawsuits. And then we get the little Rod. He was damn Diddied. So we know right now Little Rod was Diddied. I do not know why this is happening. Am I live? Am I live? Am I live? Am I still here? Seriously? This thing is, oh my goodness. It's something every week. I was trying to usually when I go live, I just hit go live. Like I set it up in YouTube, and whatever time I set for YouTube, that's what they put the schedule for. This time I was like, nah, let me set the schedule because I've been messing around on YouTube. I was like, let me set the schedule. I set the schedule, and then guess what happens? I'm live, I'm not live. I just hit live again. It's crazy. It's crazy. But as long as I'm sounding good and you guys can see me, just let me know in the chat. Do me that one favor. I'm still getting it together. I can't believe it. I'm over a year in with this piece. Oh, look. Here we go. So I have been. Oh my God.
You're literally acting like an op.
No, you guys aren't.
Really?
First of all, I like what you're doing, but I don't like what you're doing. Fucking with fire.
This is me talking to YouTube like that. All right, so back to it. Little Rod was doing Little Rod things. I don't know if you guys remember, but a couple weeks ago, Storm went on a rampage. Tormenta went full ass Tormenta. She was a avalanche. She was a tornado. She was an earthquake. She was a monsoon. She was a hurricane. And basically, she was saying that, yo, Little Rod was gay for Diddy. He was gay for Diddy. Thank you. Thank you, Scotty T.
Your comedy minute quickie.
By the way, yeah, I got it on. I
Your
haven't taken it off. I haven't taken it off. All right, so, bam, Little Rod. We've been through this before. We've been through this at least 4 times, but I must remind you. I must remind you what's going on. I'm getting animated for no reason. It's just Thursday, guys. That's what it is. I think it's just a Thursday. Tomorrow's the Good Friday. We're gonna eat our fish. I'm hosting Easter dinner at my house this weekend. I can't wait. Can't wait. I cannot wait. Let your children sing. I'm putting on a bomb-ass spread for the fams. That's what I'm gonna do. And that's what Scotty T is saying, as he's guilty. He's guilty. But listen. I'm not saying that he's not guilty. Believe me, I'm not saying it. I would definitely not say that he's guilty. They got the phone. They're going to get something out of that phone. I mean, things that you think you deleted, you did not delete. Things that you think you triple, quadruple deleted, no. That information never goes away. It just goes to another cyber digital dimension where a little will get all of that shit from you. But from Suge Knight, who is what I would consider all of my life known as, for most part, public enemy number 1 and arch nemesis, if you will, to the Didster. He says that people that raids today, and this was on March 25th, which was Monday, he said people that raids today wasn't for Diddy, it was to destroy the incriminating stuff on powerful men. Epstein, Diddy, Clive, Davis. All right, so in the spirit of that, we would say that the feds raided Diddy's palatial estates in Miami and LA for the purposes of trafficking, human trafficking for nefarious purposes. I don't know if people get human trafficked for anything other than nefarious purposes, but you know what I mean, for a little bit of donut bagel action. Yeah. Donut bagel, right? So, for the fact that, you know, Suge Knight is coming out and saying something, I have to give it at least a thought that, hey, this MF might be knowing what he's talking about, because the hashtags he uses, other than Diddy's hashtag, is Epstein and Clive Davis. Epstein, powerful man. Clive Davis, extremely powerful man. Both of them. I got a call in the queue. I'm with that. Welcome to Talking Shit, Getting Clicks. You are on with Mo 3 Time. Currently, we are talking about if anybody else may or may not have gotten Diddy. Who am I talking with?
No, it's Scotty T.
Not Scotty T.
Thank you for wearing my shirt.
No problem, Scotty. Thanks for making such a beautiful sweatshirt.
I wanted to call in because when I met Clive Davis at the convention, I met Diddy, I met L.A. Reid, Babyface, and did you see that Usher? First off, and it's a long list now. It's R. Kelly, Will Smith, all the. I think I'm bad luck, but L.A. Reid sent Usher when he was 13 to Diddy's place. Did you see that?
I did actually. Where is it? I had this up somewhere. They were talking Usher. Well, I've seen an interview before where I think Usher did like an interview with Howard Stern. He was talking about hey, my mom sent me to stay with Diddy in New York for a year, and then Diddy was talking about they were brothers and they used to like wrestle over the Frosted Flakes and everything like that. And Usher did admit to Howard Stern, as I'm going back, that he did see a lot of things at the Puffy parties. He was hinting at orgies, I believe. Right.
Well, and not to speak bad, but Clive, when I was singles coordinator in Philadelphia, and a guy said, "Hey, I saw Clive Davis last night at Sodomy Night at the 2-4." Like, God damn.
Clive?
Oh yeah, Clive, barely man enough.
Oh my God.
Barely man enough, all of them. Barely man enough, all of them. They were all part of this crew.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it came out, not that long ago. Clive came out as bisexual. I mean, it was always rumored.
He's some kind of sexual.
Oh, my God. Yo, I don't have my buttons.
Sexual, some kind of shit.
You are a comedy minute quickie.
That's insane. He is.
No, but I mean, the nut doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. So,
and L.A. Reid got in November 23, got some shit.
L.A. Reid, is Babyface involved as well?
I don't know about Babyface.
Is Mr. Whip-a-Pill?
Babyface is the only one I think it's clean.
I hope so. Somebody, Scotty T, somebody's got to be clean. It seems like everybody
I think he's the only one. I think Babyface is Babyface.
If I find out if Babyface did some shit, man.
Mentally and mentally, this is the lowest I've been to.
That's how I'm going. It's just going to be very low for me. Very low for me. However, I'm not putting it past anyone these days. Not with all this. But, yeah. I mean, really, like all the people that are coming to the forefront or being bought out by, all of these Diddy episodes or anybody that's been Diddied or got Diddied or they're going to get Diddied. I think that, people of a certain age that came up in those times in the 90s would know that, hey, all right, we already heard some things about this guy or this guy. My question is, Scotty T, for you, do you think, and I'm not saying I'm being a little messy, but this is just a normal thought that I had. Like, is this a virus of, calling people out for all their dirty deeds that they did back in the day coming up in hip hop? Is this going to spread to Rockefeller Records? Are we going to hear shit about Jay-Z, Biggs, Dame Dash, and all of them? Because I asked this question because they were involved with Aaliyah when she was still underage, just like Ara. Kelly.
Listen. R. Kelly was trying to fuck Aaliyah, pardon my French, and her father moved her to Warner Brothers, got her off of Jive Records. And as far as that's no shit. And in regards to your question, money talks and bullshit walks. The more money you got, the more you can make shit disappear.
Right. And Clive definitely has more money than
Diddy. In Diddy's case, there were too much. Once the girl came out, then this whole house of cards started falling down. I'll bet Diddy goes to jail, just like R. Kelly. I'll bet money on that. You can't do that shit. You can't do that shit, Mo. I mean, you can, but you better expect it. He's going to get that three-way once.
He's going to be he's going to have to put a hole in his soap with a shoestring around it.
Here, I'll do a joke and I'll let you go, okay?
I'm waiting for it.
You want to be the husband or the wife? Sir, I don't want any trouble. I just want to do. You want to be the husband or the wife? Sir, I really don't. I'm going to ask you for the last time. You want to be the husband or the wife? I'll be the husband. Well, get over here and suck your wife's dick.
You are Comedy Minute Quickie.
Oh, the groaner. Not the groaners.
There you go, Bo.
Scotty T at it again, doing what he does.
Here, you want one more? You want one more?
You know it. I know you're never just going to do one, Scotty. I know.
What's yellow and blue and sits at the bottom of the pool?
What's yellow and blue and sits at the bottom of the pool? I have no idea, Scotty. You got to tell me.
A baby with broken floaties.
Oh, the children. You can't cheer for that, children. It's against you. Oh.
That's because Jesus
Christ. No, I love you.
All right.
I'm going to call you tomorrow.
All right, brother.
You are Comedy
Happy Easter. Happy Easter. Ev, love. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter to all of you guys out there.
Everybody, happy Easter, man.
Let him
Bye-bye.
know, Scotty T.
You are Comedy Minute Quickie.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Scotty T. Scotty T has a channel. He be podding. Scotty, if you're still here, throw it in the chat. Throw your link to your show out there, Scotty. Throw it in the chat, and you guys go in there and show Scotty some love. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys know I'm a big eater. I am on my fast, and these are Little Caesars Crazy Puffs. We saw these on a commercial, and if I see something on a commercial and it looks oh so good, we're gonna cop these. Now, Love copped these Crazy Puffs for me this evening. As you can see, when you open this box for big flavor. Now, while Scotty T was telling us a joke, I have already indulged in a Crazy Puff, and let me tell you what. Phenomenal. Get you some. Give it an air horn. Air horn us. My auntie. Oh, you know what? Hey, auntie. Listen, we were having a in our family group chat. I just asked a question. Because I'm pretty smart, but Aunt Sherry is known to be one of the smartest people in the family. And I was just wondering, because I have some questions here, if Aunt Sherry would call in. She would call in at 313-825-5557. And you, that's right. Any one of you guys out there, if Aunt Sherry will be so inclined to test her wits against the wits of a challenger. So if anybody would like to challenge Aunt Sherry, please call in 313-825-5557 or in the chat comment that I is smart. Do that. No, these are not puffs from Puff Daddy. Do not involve me in that nonsense, sir. Don't do it. Don't do it. While I'm here, let me wrap up these questions. In the Q&A, confirm. I don't even know what happened to it. Do I have another question for you guys? I might have another question for you. I'm about to put it up right now. Oh, man. Here it is. Top of the chat. Have you ever told an outrageous lie as a child? If so, I would like to hear about it in the chat. or on the phone 313-825-5557. I want to hear it. I want to hear from you because
That's because Jesus Christ.
you should know it.
What's
Tell 'em,
up,
Flash.
people? Here we are back in the talking shit, getting played.
I hate when my doc does that. Can I auto my doc? Oh, or maybe if I hit this button, it might start working again. I have no idea. All right, so yeah, who else got diddied? Who else could have gotten diddied? I would have to go and find pictures of everybody that's taking pictures with Diddy. Is Chris Brown a victim? Is OT Genesis a victim? There's a lot of people out there. Is Meek.Mill the victim? Do you guys want to hear the audio that I heard? Like, should I infect your ears with that? Did I save it? Oh, man. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if it's true. But this guy by the name of Welp, I'm going to show you, was on X, aka Twitter, and he says he has an audio of Diddy diddying Meek.Mill, and it was leaked. I mean, I don't like, I want to have some type of, but I kind of want to play it. I want you, I don't know if I want you guys to hear it, but just let me know. Let me know. How are we going to do this? Let me know if we're listening to this audio. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And I wish I never, but at the end of the show, I might play it for you. I'm out, dude. Unsherry said she doesn't want to. Oh, Unsherry, you don't want to hear the video, or you don't want to test your smarts against everybody? I need to know. I need to know this. Nobody. All right. Talking shit, getting clicks. Do it. I mean, anybody wants to step up and test knowledge, we can do that. We can do that. We can do that. I mean, I don't have no math problems. I do got a couple of math problems in there. I do got a couple. But yeah, that's what's going on, guys. Diddy is most likely, I would say, is probably going to get arrested. They got phones. They did find a couple guns. No one said if there was any illegal guns. I would think by now we would know. Scotty's saying, play it. I got you, Scotty, later. I got you. Or, hold on. I'll tell you what I could do, though. So why am I? Is that why it stops? No outrageousness. Oh, that works. That works. Let's go back to live chat here. Here we go. Mo, am I adopted? Is this Love or is this Kiki? That's guys, check that link. Now, honestly, I don't think that's audio. I honestly don't think it's audio. I don't know. I've never heard Puffy or Meek.Mill sound like that before. It looks like somebody could have went to the alternative site on the hub and just, typed in a search and went there. Keeks. Yeah. Keeks, get. Gotta get. It's getting serious. It's getting serious here. Kiki said she wanted to watch Gravity with George Clooney and Sandra Bullock, and I got that movie, so we're gonna watch that probably tomorrow. I can't wait. I like watching movies with her because she's like into it sometimes. If it's a good movie, I know she's gonna rock with it. All right, so got Diddy here. We got Suge. Suge is saying that, like, hey, I'm not saying that Diddy didn't do anything, but he may have a point that's saying the raid was actually to go in there and destroy some stuff. Yeah, go get some stuff of Diddy, but go in and destroy some stuff. There are some things that I did see when there was the overhead cam going. I do too many side missions. But there was one of the things that I saw was if you're going in there for guns, weapons, and human trafficking and drugs, I did see them collecting and placing documents into like evidence bags while going through the house. On the outside, you could see them coming out and putting in documents. And I don't know if it's documents that the police have brought with them and they needed, or warrants or whatever, or anything like that. But it did look like they were removing documents from his house, a la Mar-a-Lago style. And then Suge is saying justice for Tupac is coming. Keefy D now Diddy. And it has been rumored that Diddy put $1 million on Tupac's head. So a lot of people are saying, so it said on X that it was fake news, the video. I'm thinking so too. Malcolm, what's up? Haven't seen you here before. If you like this, hit like, share, subscribe. I appreciate it. I'm just starting out here. But yeah, when I listened to it, I didn't listen to it twice. It unnerved me. All right. It's not sounds that I've ever heard men making together before. Excuse my ignorance. But I mean, that's what it is. And you know what? I don't think the problem is any of them being gay. I'm not speaking for all you guys out there. Whatever, opinion you have of this. But to me, I don't think it's just about being gay. Like, if you're gay, like, we know there's some people that's gay. I'm thinking it's the fact that, they're kind of hiding this lifestyle, and then we're finding, because, like, in the grand scheme of things, if you have grown-ass people and they're deciding to have freak-offs or orgies or whatever the hell they're doing, like, that's their business. Where does the sexual, excuse me, YouTube, I know I'm about to just get clipped for that, but where is the trafficking? Where does that come into place in this? I guess we're gonna have to find out. I guess we are going to have to wait and see. Talking shit, getting clicks. Thursdays, we start at 7:30 p.m. We are up in here right now, 313-825-5557. Give me applause. I didn't get to catch Storm and Wreck earlier this week. They were talking about the Francis Scott Key Bridge. They might want to help out for this one. Because I just want to give some thoughts to this. All right, so we've all probably most likely seen the images of the Dolly, which is a cargo ship, crashing into the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, Maryland. I used to live in the DMV, and I used to go home, and traffic was always crazy, and I could get home many away, and sometimes I indeed took that bridge. Now, the bridge in itself was kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie. It was kind of, that wasn't my favoriteest way to go, but I used that bridge before. Plenty of times, and I'm not gonna lie, anytime that I go over a bridge, I do have that thought of, like, what if this happens, or what if that happens? I have never in my mind, I might have in my crazy mind thought about a boat hitting it, but seeing that footage was insane. Like, insane to me. And I had watched it I wake up early in the morning and I scroll through my phone. Love does not like me doing it because I wake her up. But I do. So I'm up at like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I'm scrolling through my phone. I see this and I'm like, oh, hit save. This is going to be an interesting story to tell. And then I saved it. Later on in that day, I go back and I start looking at this video. And I'm like, yo, like, damn, like you could see, like, oh, the lights are going off, there looks like some power issues over there and everything like that. And then I went and I compared it to what the news was saying, and I was like, yo, I did see this, and I saw this, and I've seen these things. Forgive me if we've already covered this. I know I haven't covered this, but with the Francis Scott Key Bridge, we gotta revisit this video again because it is causing a lot of controversy. I'm gonna like right here. Are they gonna show it again? All right. So look, this is the route of the boat. Let me show you on my monitor. All right. You see this little kind of like a J shape, a Big Dipper, alto, tenor sax looking, almost no reed over here. But so this is a dolly, and it comes out, circles around, and it's supposed to go under the bridge and then go out to wherever it's going out to. Now, what the news has been reporting is that in these scenarios, local boat operators, local boat captains actually board on these ships to get them out under the bridge and out into the sea because they know the patterns of, there's land underneath this water, and they know how to navigate these seas from the ports on out to the ocean. So usually what they do is they get a local who knows the waterways in that area, who are experts in the waterways in that area, to take the boat out to sea, because you don't want the new guy messing it up. These guys are supposedly so good that it's been reported that they can actually, you give them a piece of paper and a pen, and they can draw you the exact situations with the currents and how those waterways are laid out in Baltimore. And it has already been reported that there has at least been there were two local Baltimorean boat captains. I'm assuming they're from Baltimore. Boat captains on that ship, on that vessel. There we go. All right, so when we hit play, the news points out that, I'm gonna show a little graphics. Let's get back to the boat. They're gonna show the boat constantly turning on and turning off. I don't know if this is the clip, but you'll actually see the boat lights turn on and turn off. Those boats also have like smokestacks on there, and you can see at one point all the lights turn off and there is no more smoke coming from that boat, looking like it has just, like they lost power. And you see the power click on and click off a couple times before the boat attempts to re-maneuver, and then it ultimately crashes into the bridge. Now, what the digital streets have seen that I did not see, but then I had to go back and check for myself just to make sure it wasn't more bullshit, is we're gonna look at this bridge again. Let me bring it up bigger. All right, this is just what the digital streets are saying. If you guys have not seen anything. So Richard says, yes, you can see they lost power. So we do see that they lost power. I don't know how many times in the video. Mo with 3 in the sax. Yeah, I used to play the sax, guys. I'm pretty sure I could still play it. All right, but the Jersey version of it. I like that. All right, so we can see that there are indicator lights on top of these bridges, so, low flying planes don't fly into the bridge or whatever. So we'll back it up a little bit. It looks like there are 3 lights, or maybe 4, one on one end, one on the other end. What am I doing here? Why am I still here like that? All right, one on one end, one on the other end, and then 2 lights in the middle. Let's a little play. And then we are going to right here. All right, now right here on my cursor, guys, that is fire, flame. Fire, flame here. Fire, flame. No, that's not. That's a building behind it. That's not flame for fire. That's like a factory back there, torching everything up there. But we see fire here, right? Is it friction? Is it metal hitting metal, creating sparks and, making a fire? Is it something that is detonating? Is it something that's detonating? Honestly, 9/11, the way those buildings collapsed, I was in the army, and I was looking at it, and I was like, yo, as a kid, I didn't even know anything about like engineering or anything like that, or how they set buildings, and I was like, damn, like they must have, like the firefighters got up there and set charges to bring that building down safely in order to negate casualties out in the New York streets during 9/11. That's what I thought had happened. So when they said that like jet fuel melted steel beams, and then people like were going back and forth about it, it kind of made me wary about that. So I have to ask, is this fire flame that's right here as you're seeing it, is that just a result of, you know, the tension and all that weight and the friction creating some type of explosion? Some of these bridges do carry utility lines through them. Is that what it is up there? Or are they running some type of utility up there? I don't know about these things. If you know about this, let me know. You call in 313-825-5557 and let me know. But hold on, not just this side. We're gonna play it. And right there, we saw another version of a flame. Of the flame. Going down. Boat hits. Flame. Other spot. Boom. And we're starting to see flame right here underneath here. That is not one of those behind buildings, but there it is. There it is. So it led a lot of people to say that, hey, maybe it was a demolition job. Maybe this was on purpose. Maybe it was a act of terrorism. Maybe somebody got in control of that boat and shut it down. Maybe it was a cyber attack on that boat. Could that be possible? I think anything could be possible. Yep, blur light from the bridge, from the smoke from the ship stacks. You're absolute. Oh, the call-in number is 313-825-5557. 313-825-5757. Let the children sing. So Richard Hatcher just say the blur light from the bridge, from the smoke, from the ship stacks. All right, so I don't think this fire back here is from, like, this fire back here that I'm putting the cursor on. There I go again. Just showing you guys this. I gotta stop it. Let's go to my. All right, so right here. Is that back? Is that back? No? All right. Scotty T's a Baltimorean. Used to be in Baltimore. I used to go through there. I could go for some crab cakes. Not gonna lie. Me and Love went to Baltimore. It was an adventure. It's such a beautiful and dirty city, but it's a beautiful city. You could tell that back in the day, it was spectacular. All right, so what do we have from this boat going down? Let's talk about it. See, first of all, the transportation disaster unfolded about 1:35 a.m. in the morning. And it prompted major emergency response from the Baltimore police, firefighters, and U.S. Coast Guard, as authorities at the time estimated that 20 vehicles went into the water along with several workers who were part of the maintenance team fixing potholes on the span. Now, 2 of the victims' bodies were recovered yesterday, and 4 are still missing, and others are still presumed dead. Those construction workers were members of the community, obviously, and they had families who relied upon them, according to Maryland officials. And as somebody had been on the bridge, he was saying that he was moving off of the bridge and literally saw the bridge fall right after he moved off. So far we know that the youngest victim is 26 years old, and the crews were back out today. They were looking to recover for the unaccounted. So let's just talk about it. These guys go through 52. That boat, the Dolly. I'm sorry, not the boat, the Dolly. Let me give you to you right. Let me give you the right info. Let me give you the right info. The Baltimore Harbor and the port there goes through 52 million tons of cargo a year, which is about 143,000 tons of cargo a day. resulting in $80 billion of commerce, and it's like 140,000 jobs are in the balance right now in Baltimore. All right. Now the ship itself, the Dolly, that ship, as you can see, the power looks like it's about to turn back on right now. All right, that ship had a capacity of 10,000 containers. Dudes, 10,000. Look, people are building pretty nice, spacious houses using like 2. You could build a full-size house using about 6 of those containers. They had 10,000, not saying it was 10,000 on board when this happened, but it had a capacity of 10,000. Of 10,000 cargo vessels. So let's talk about that. The vessel Dolly was on its way out of the port of Baltimore when this happened. They were leaving the port. And let me also tell you that Baltimore ports lead all U.S. ports in imports of cars, light trucks, and other imports like sugar and gypsum. Gypsum is used in drywall. So if you're trying to build a house, if you're trying to drive your whip, I'm telling you, it's supposed to come through. It's coming through Baltimore. And now that's on lock. Up. Talking shit, getting clicks, Mo 3 times. I'm not from Detroit,
Hello?
by the way. What's going on, Mo 3 times? Who am I talking to?
I'm in Detroit right now.
What's up?
I'm Kip.
Hey, Kip, what's going on? Is it my cousin?
Yes.
What's going on?
I'm not much. Now about the live situation.
Mm-hmm.
I used to tell a lot of lies about some cheesecakes and get my butt whipped about Clotilde for some cheesecakes.
You used to tell lies about cheesecakes?
Yeah, talking about who ate cheesecake, I don't know. Cheesecake crumbs be all on my face.
That's insane. So you ate a whole cheesecake and then was like, I ain't eat the cheesecake. And then you had crumbs all over your face with all the evidence was all over your face, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm trying to think, my biggest involved some food too. Guys, my cousin Kip's calling in because I asked a question in chat, like, what is the biggest, most outrageous lie you told as a child? I'm going to tell you my most outrageous. Thanks for calling in. I'll share mine with you right now. This is my most. When I was a little kid, I was bad. I'm not even going to lie. Well, I wasn't bad, but I did some bad things. And one of the bad things I did was early in my days, I went into Wawa and I had stole a Twix. A Twix. I still love Twixes to this day. I don't know why after the ass whooping I got, kid. But before that, I went to the 7-Eleven with the big sister of my friends that lived down the street, and she kind of goaded me into taking some sprees. She was like, yo, go take those sprees. I was a little kid. I was like, I'm gonna take those sprees. I knew better. I'm not gonna lie. But I took a pack of roller sprees, right? And I shoved them down my pants and I went down. So then I guess she was going shopping for her mom's at the time, by the way. And she was like, oh, I gotta go to Wawa. We went to Wawa and she's like, oh, I'll get a Twix. So I tried to do the same thing with the Twix, but it ain't work. It fell out my pants and now, I'm a stealer. So they ain't not playing around. They call the cops. I get to the house. Dickie's like, yo, what happened? I'm like, yo, I had a Twix and I don't know. I was gonna pay. I'm like, where's your money? I was like, I don't know. I was gonna get a Twix and I was just like scratching my stomach. And they thought I stole the Twix, and he was like, yeah, and he whooped my ass. Now, he didn't know about the sprees, but he whooped my ass, and he whooped the sprees out of my pants. I'm not gonna lie. There was sprees like bouncing off. So I'm getting my ass whooped for a Twix, and I got sprees bouncing all over the floor. And he was asking me, he already knew. He already knew I took them sprees too. I was on a whole criminal escapade there. I went on a crime spree. My little crime spree, but I got them sprees whipped out of me. And here I am now. Kid, thanks for sharing. all over it. Twix and some sprees. Left Twix, right Twix. So, did you see anything about the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapsing?
Yeah, I seen a bunch of racist people on X or Twitter. I'll be saying.
Oh
Said
man.
a lot about the mayor there.
Oh yeah, they were talking about the man. The mayor, they got a young black mayor in Maryland, and they weren't putting anything that he said or anything, because I think he was very well composed for the situation that was happening. I mean, he was being asked. They were like, "Where's the mayor?" Mayor was there that morning, so he had came down as soon as the crash, and he was in front of the cameras explaining, and he's being asked questions by the reporters, if I can remember correctly. And one of the things he did was he stopped them, and he had to remind them that, like, hey, like, we're not talking about the cost of this or how it's going to F up traffic. We're talking about there's people out there that are in peril, and we're trying to rescue them. And that's what he was talking about. And I've seen it on X where they tried to make him out as a villain. I mean, listen, anytime there's a major catastrophe in a city and there's a leader who's black, he is going to be, he's going to be whittled out for it. They are going to point him out, and they're going to say he is the one who is the problem. And this is just a problem of his administration. But we're smart enough to know that it's just political, and that's basically what it is. It's just a distraction from the truth, and it is kind of repugnant to me. That's what I think. What do you think about that, Kip?
Yeah, I think it's kind of messed up though, but that's how you are on Twitter though. I don't like black people that much on Twitter.
I say this probably every week. Twitter to me is the new Ku Klux Klan rally. I go over sometimes and I toast marshmallows on those crosses that they're burning. That's what I do. But then I went to Threads, and it's totally opposite. It goes like crazy to the left. So you got on one hand, you got Twitter X on the right side of the aisle, and then you go on like Threads off of Instagram, which is supposed to be a competitor to Twitter, and it really is. And it is the total opposite. It is super, super left. Now, there's some things that I agree with that are actually on Twitter. Some conservative things that I'm like, hey, they're not lying. And then there's some things on X where I'm like, Threads where I'm like, oh, they got a point. But for the most part, it's usually too extreme. Like, where can you go to, get some solid news, get some solid opinions from people that are not being swayed, by an alphabet community on this side, not to point them out, or by another alphabet community on this side.
Because
one alphabet
on
in
X,
particular.
if you go to the certain threads on say garbage something. I forget what it says.
Oh,
it's gonna be like a little frog on there.
Oh, it's a frog, like an app that has a frog.
It's a frog on the things when you go to the page. It's gonna say Garbage Network or something like that.
Garbage Network?
Hold on.
You see, I'm searching. The Trash Network?
Don't say. Oh no, Garbage Humans. Garbage Humans.
Garbage Humor?
Human. It's gonna say Garbage Human 23.
It's Joe Biden's
Garbage Human 23.
All right. Can you? Garbage Human 23.
Yeah.
Bink. Oh, here we go. There he is, monitoring and documenting the collapse in real time. He's from Western Australia. He's from Perth.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, these are his little AI things. There should be an app where you can rent a middle-aged man to go with you anytime you have to take your car to get service, so that way they don't make up stuff for you to pay. I'm with that. I'm not that middle-aged guy. I need Pops to come with me on that stuff. But yeah, let's check these out.
But if you scroll down, it's gonna keep getting worse and worse.
I'm looking at this guy.
The most of the guys that subscribe to him is all Magna.
Yeah, I totally believe that. Well, is Ice Spice on here though? We're not following Ice Spice. All right, so we got Garbage Human, 23. Let's throw that in the chat. And these guys are crazy, yes. Since Elon Musk bought Twitter, it has turned into something totally different. And that's why, like, normally you wouldn't be able to put, a video saying that this is Puff Daddy and C.A.M.E.L engaging in, sex, and here's the audio of it. Like, there are no checks and balances in here. And for these times, I think it's kind of like...
Elon Musk owns Twitter, and he don't care.
Right, but you know what? I kind of like the freedom to do whatever you want, but then it's kind of too much too at the same time. Like, this stuff needs to be vetted, or like, hey, like a little certificate on it saying like, hey, this is good information, this is bad information, and I don't know. It's just a mess.
They keep talking about we want to replace them, but they complain about Mexicans. They like Mexicans when they are part of the white community. They don't like Mexicans when they commit crime.
I don't like anybody who commits crime, but I get what you're saying. Like, and I think it's also going to come down to voting preferences for everybody, and we got a election coming up soon. So,
no, what I'm actually saying is this: Mexicans are considered a white person, or status quo. They consider a white person. The white people don't like them when they commit crime because it makes white people look bad.
Oh wow! I think that's
like your brother was saying, on a podcast you guys done, talking about the 13%.
Right. The
reason why the white people have a large percentage, a white person is a Mexican, an Irish person, East European, Arab is a white person.
Yep.
A black person is a black person. And that's it. You got to get all these avenues for white people. And white people, black people never been over 13%.
That's true. We got any solutions? What do you think should happen there?
They not only let us get over 13%, but also they don't want us to leave because the over $1 trillion we spend a year annually on garbage, they want to keep that. That's why they don't want us to go back to Ghana or anywhere else. They want us to stay right here.
I get that. It's a big money thing. So I think there probably could be a way, but it's gonna take something that, I mean, other communities, I would say, criticize the Black American community for. And when it comes down to unity. Now, I don't think it's specifically unity as politics is concerned, although that would be helpful. But early on, I would think that the community has to get some type of bank in order, some type of financial headquarters where we could put all of our assets, all of our money, not all of it, but where we can kind of, put into this pool and then figure out things that we specifically want for our community and use that money for that. So,
speaking of politics right there, the main one they say was the Democrats, the Ku Klux Klan, the Republicans got us out of slavery. But what since we came out of Jim Crow, segregation, or whatever, how we advance as black people? Besides making money, we still discriminate against.
I'm with that.
Either side of the party is still against black people.
And I get that. And that's why I say it shouldn't even be a political thing there, because really politics, you should be voting for your best interests. And I think, black people have been attempting to vote for their best interests, even when we see that both sides screw them over. But both sides screw them. All Americans get screwed over by both sides. Like, they don't care about any of us. But if we're just talking about black people, I'm thinking the best thing to do is get some cash together. Like those trillions of dollars that they want to keep us here for, then we need to take some of that money and figure out things that we want to do within the black community and things that we want to see and have a vision for ourselves and just follow on that. people would be like, hey, it's an education thing. I am a big proponent of education, but the way that education is set up here in America, it's not good for anyone. I would just say we need people that just do the main things. We need people that know how to build for transportation, know how to build for vehicles, know how to farm, just like basic shit that we need to survive as a people. And that's what we need, because we don't own any car companies. We're really low when it comes to, owning farms. And we need some type of infrastructure, like Claude Anderson says.
But this is how they came up with the Great Divide in 1681 or 1682 was one of the years when they came with the word white. They said, well, the poor white people that they cling to and their talking points. They said, well, you become part of us, though. Even though you're poor, we don't give a fuck. We don't care about you. But you can be part of us. You know what I mean?
Right. I get it. That's like one of my things. Like, as Black people, like, we are supposed to be like permanent.
That's the divide and conquer. There's more poor white people than there is poor Blacks.
I'm with that. And you know what? I mean, we might be the worm on the totem pole, and they might be like the beetle on the totem pole, but they're down low on that totem pole. And I think what happens is every once in a generation, we get somebody that can galvanize and bring everybody together and say, hey, we're going to, we're blocking out this distraction that is race, and we're going to go for the big thing. We're going to go for the finances. Like, hey, you guys are poor, and we're poor. And as a result, we've been disenfranchised and we've been discriminated against, and we're all in the same boat. And when you see somebody getting everybody together, you already know what's going to happen. They gonna kill him. They gonna kill him dead. Anybody who's ever brought people together gets murked out. So it's kind of depressing, but I think there's still, I don't think it's like a hopeless situation or anything like that. I just think it's going to take some time. I think that we need to get over these, W.E.B. Du Bois / Booker T. Washington's and, that argument of education versus just straight blue collar work. And we need to have like serious focus on what we want to see done in the culture for the next 100 years. And it's a tough thing to do. I mean,
it's not that tough. You got to get rid of the boulets, the gatekeepers.
Yo, we're going to have a whole ass episode about this. I like that you brought up the boulets. You're taking me somewhere else. You're taking me to another part of the algorithm right there. But, oh man, we might need Aunt Sherry and Aunt Winnie on this one when they're talking about these hoity-toity Black establishments. But yeah, I think it is. Do you think we need to get rid of the boulets, or that the boulets need to get down or lay down, or they're trying to do the reverse to us?
They gotta get down and lay down, man. They gotta get out the way. Because they don't keep us down. You know what I mean? They like the gatekeepers. They're the reason why guys like Puff Daddy and old boy R. Kelly and everybody else been going around for this long.
I'm with that. Also, I think that we probably need like some type of, I don't know, man. It's like a whole new consciousness, a whole new way to move, a whole new thing that is. I remember growing up, late 80s, early 90s, we rocked African medallions. People was wearing, Grambling State, Howard, Morgan State sweatshirts. We still had some effery in the community, but there was also a side of, development. And there was a part of the culture that was good and wholesome. Like, we're always going to have, sexy reds and everything like that. But damn it, we still need the balance of the Tribe Called Quest and the KRS-Ones and the Bahamadia. We still need that. And I think what's happening is that we're getting nothing but dessert. We're getting cake and ice cream, and we're not getting those vegetables and grains, whole grains that we need in our cultural diet. I mean, Vlago.
But you always, but cuz let me stop you there.
Mm-hmm.
You always gonna get dessert, because back in the day we didn't have that many fat people in America or in the community, and majority of, like, the women now are very delusional. They talking about they need a man to work and give them money or whatever. That's beside the point. Black men work and black women work for the longest. You know what I mean?
Right.
But back to my point, the illusion is we still, like, in Detroit, is like a Coney Island, is a fast food place. You can have $1,000 in your freezer, deep freezer, whatever, and you still going to Coney Island, you're still going to a fast food restaurant.
Right.
They want you to get the quick fix.
Definitely.
So it's like this, right? In Detroit, it's like the richest land in the world and the best water system, right? Now, they tricked all the black people to move outside Detroit, go down south, go to the suburbs or whatever, to swampland.
Yep.
But the killing part is, like Dan Gilbert, for instance, he is a Detroiter, even though he might not went to school with black people per se, but he's from Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
And one of his main businesses, Quicken Loans, is incentive in there. Like, if you work for him, he'll pay for you moving to Detroit, right? Detroit is the cheapest big city to live in, right?
Right.
But the thing is, if they get the majority of the black people out of there, because it's still one of the blackest cities right now. If they get the majority of black people out of there, the property values don't raise up.
Definitely. I saw it in D.C. I seen neighborhoods that were infested with drugs, prostitution, and crime slowly turn into streets where you would see, white ladies pushing baby strollers and dudes out there jogging, and better police presence. And
but the point I'm making is, if you go to school for 12 years, go to college and stuff, you don't get in debt, right? But then you got a wife, you got a girlfriend, whatever, you got children, you're gonna be in more debt, right?
Yep.
So back to my point with the fast food junk, right? Even though you got plenty of food in your freezer, you still eating garbage that you don't even need, and you spending money to give people money that don't support you or your community, and you making them rich. It's the same thing like in Detroit, where I live now.
Yeah.
Detroit used to be pretty much all black-owned businesses, right? Now the Arabs have moved in, right? The outside Detroit is Dearborn.
Yeah, Dearborn.
It's the biggest Arab community, biggest Arab community in the country.
Yeah,
right?
I'm familiar with that. Yep.
But they cooking chicken for black people. You go to pump their gas at Arab places, right?
Right.
There's very few places that black people have a gas station in Detroit.
Yeah, I'm with
It's
that.
cheap property over here. But we don't have the advantage. We have advantage as far as purchasing stuff like garbage. But if we get together and try to collectively try to unify, they will eliminate us.
Yeah, there's a podcaster that I listen to that's from Detroit, Anton Daniels. You ever heard of him?
Mm-hmm.
You watch any of his stuff?
Yeah, I watch him.
Like you say a lot of things. It actually makes me want to look more into Detroit about some options, some building options, because that's Motown right there. There's a lot of history there, and
because for instance, like people talk about Charlotte's the worst place in the South, right? As far as like North Carolina or whatever, but Detroit's like it's really not that bad. But anyway, to get just what I'm saying is right. It's not like North is like way more segregated than Detroit ever was. Right. Detroit at the east side, right? Detroit east side is supposed to be the worst part of Detroit, but there's white people running down the east side of Detroit, got their own little park in Detroit where they run. It's supposed to be for them, right?
Yeah.
I stay like off Dexter now, like where the YBI, Young Boys Incorporated, done their little dope game and stuff like that. It was the whole Jewish community before they messed it up with the heroin. Then the crack came after that.
Right.
And that's the whole place up over here with big houses over here. Because white people stay down the street, all through here. You know what I mean?
Right.
They might send their kids to school with black people, but they stay there. If black people don't wake up and see what's going on right in front of their face, they'll lose it.
Yee. Yeah, we're seeing the gentrification everywhere. And you do make a very good point.
But Detroit's the last one. It's the one they really want.
That's the one they want, you think?
It's the best land and the best water.
I'm with that. I'm definitely with that. I want to look into this more, though.
And the only reason why it's cheap property because it's more blacks than it is white.
Right.
Once you have more whites than blacks, the property value is going to go up.
It's going to shoot up. It's going to shoot up. So, I mean, like, yeah, I see like they have the houses and like the dollar houses and everything like that. I mean, like, are you familiar with any of those programs where you can buy a house really cheap? Like, what are the stipulations from them?
You can buy. It's not a dollar house. You can buy a house for $1,000, but it's gonna take you $50,000 to fix the house up. You ain't gonna spend no more than $15,000 to fix it up.
But no more than 15?
No more than 15.
So basically, you can get a whole ass house for $16,000.
Yes.
You guys hear that? $16,000. You know what I mean?
You can live out of state. You bid on the house online. You spend $1,000. First, you got to cut the grass or whatever, put a door in. You know what I mean? Make sure the windows are straight or whatever. You can buy used windows. They don't cost you that much.
Right.
You can have the guy refurbish the windows for you.
You know what I'm thinking?
But less like $15,000, you can have it. It's like 12. It's like 12 down the street, like right across the street from my apartment building. It's like 12 vacant houses.
I'm with that.
It's two apartment buildings.
That's $12,000 in a couple of loans there, and we can have a whole block. Yeah. I'm with that. I am with that. Anybody else in the chat? Do you understand what this man's cooking up right now? Little Detroit.
But that's why white people are moving from different states to Detroit. Like I said, they might not. The key word, they might not send their kids to school with us.
Right.
But they living here.
Right. But then we also have
places where they say there's a quote unquote worst place in Detroit. They live right here.
Yeah, I mean,
they ain't scared to live here.
No, they're not. They're not scared because they know that they're protected. I tell people, like, when I was living in DC, I was like, people be like, oh, DC is so ghetto. Like, yo, if you are a white woman or it's going to be easier. If you're a white woman, you can walk through Southeast DC at 2:00 in the morning and no one's going to touch you. No one's going to touch you.
Yeah.
They're too busy, like, killing themselves over there. So you're not worried about, I don't even know why I hit the children button there, but that's basically what happens. But you do bring a huge point up that I think we should look into. Maybe we get, I don't know if it's a Cash App is going to do it, but I mean, we get a couple people up, $100 a piece, get a lot of people together, build a house, get returns, a nice little investment type deal. And it looks like, the average guy can do it with beer money. If we get enough people, we can buy a couple blocks.
Yeah,
I'm with that.
But that's what I'm saying. But the majority of the rappers from Detroit, right, don't own no property in Detroit.
Right. Like T Grizzy.
In Detroit, I'm gonna say it one more time. Detroit is the cheapest, biggest city in the country. So you can buy property at.
I like it.
And what they do, they listen to what the politicians tell them or the news media tell them some garbage, some BS. That's not really true. You used to move out of Detroit. Because they tricked them to go outside Detroit they can get Section 8 housing in Oakland County, which is like the second richest county in the country.
That's insane. I'm looking at this article right now. It says comeback as resettlement, Detroit anti-blackness and stellar colonialism, and it looks like somebody that's from Detroit telling their story of how they got there and how it's being slowly stripped away and colonized. And he is breaking down numbers. You know what? I haven't read all this, but just for the chat's sake, let me throw this in there.
You Google this right now. I stay right down the street from Boston as the historical district where Henry Ford had a house at. I stay like right down the street from there. The reason why I bring that up is when Young Boys Incorporated started drug heroin stuff back in the day, there's an old Jewish community. It was good houses. It's right down the street from where Barry Gordy and all them other people lived at. Because Barry Gordy stayed in the Boston Edison area.
Oh, wow. I like this.
So them houses down the street from me, they're like under $1 million. If they was in Jersey, New York, D.C., anywhere else, it'd be $3 million, $5 million.
Easily. If I think you're on to something. Do me a favor. I got this, I got an email address. Shoot me your contact information. I'm typing
I can do it with your brother.
Yep. Shoot them the contact information. This is where you guys can hit me on my Gmail. It's tsgcpotters@gmail.com. I'll throw it up there for a second. Get in touch with me.
I'll just get you stuff from him.
I like it. All right, Kip.
Sorry.
Time is slipping. Thanks for calling in. I appreciate the call. Don't forget, hit like, share, subscribe, and I'm going to talk to you very soon.
I'm always subscribed.
All right. Thanks, bro.
All
right. Y'all already heard. That was a pleasant surprise. We got a little info from somebody who has a official 313 number. Not to say that this one ain't 313-825-5557. But yeah, that was Kip calling in, giving us the I dropped all my calls. That was Kip calling in, giving us the front line news on Detroit and the opportunities there. Some opportunities for investment, some opportunities to get you a new life. We're definitely going to look into that because for years, I know it's $1,000 houses already, but yeah, before I remember like $100, $1, $5, they were trying to give houses away in Detroit. It's slowly starting to come back, according to Kip, and that hey, there's an opportunity to get in where you fit in and keep Detroit with a little culture. A little extra culture there. So, they have to be well-built houses because the weather in Detroit gets a little freezy there, and they got nice and hot, balmy summers. So you're gonna get a lot of those big old craftsman type houses that they don't make anymore. Like the cars that used to come out of Detroit. They don't make them like they used to. They just don't. But hey, guys, I'm going over a little bit over time because we had a caller in there, and you guys already know I talks to everybody who calls in. But that's what we got for you. All right, we didn't get the MK Ultra or the Camel show this week, but guess what? We're gonna get to it next week. I promise you. We talked a little bit about Diddy. We talked about like our biggest lies. Had some questions. The little Twitter there. We took a nice side mission and got our Detroit talk on. Talked a little bit about the Francis Scott Key Bridge. The controversies going on there. We're going to keep an eye on that. Of course, we're going to keep an eye on Diddy and whoever the hell comes out of his phone being a witness or a defendant. Oh my God. I don't ain't nothing. That's right. Thursday nights, talking shit, getting clicks live with Mo 3 times. Got a call in line. I like to appreciate and thank everybody that came out in the chat. Jumpout Gang. I keep hitting the same buttons. But hey, everybody enjoy your great weekend, your spring break, your Ishtar, your Easter. Have a good one. Be safe. Have a good night. See you next week.